This is a test.
This is a test. What do you know about language arts, math, science, and social studies? Find out while playing along with Knowledge for College, where teams from competing UISD schools spin the wheel of knowledge and answer questions from a world of subject categories. It's a mind challenge for students and a chance to win for their school. But most of all, it's a really fun way to learn. Now, let's play Knowledge for College.
Hi everybody, and welcome to Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and academic readiness featuring some of the best and brightest here at United ISD. Today's schools are Perez Elementary and Roosevelt Elementary. Our students are in the 5th grade. And before we meet our students, I'd like to turn our attention to our guest host today, Ms. Sylvia Bruni, Executive Director at the Child Advocacy Center. Sylvia, thank you for joining me, and welcome to the show.
I'm thrilled. This is the very first for me too, so this is really exciting. Thank you.
Very good. And Sylvia, just for the benefit of our audience, can you kind of explain to us a little bit about what you do as an Executive Director at the Child Advocacy Center?
Well, our place is a very special place. We take care of children from Laredo and the area that have been hurt, that have been abused. So it's really a very, very special place. It's a beautiful center, and every year we receive over 500 youngsters who have had a great deal of hurt done to them. But the wonderful thing is that when they come to us, there's going to be really wonderful folks taking care of them, a lot of therapy and counseling and a lot of play, and we make sure that once we're able to find them and rescue them, that good things will happen to them.
Very good. And let's turn our attention now to our students. We have 5th graders representing Perez Elementary and Roosevelt Elementary. And let's just take some time to meet our students. Representing Perez, we have Yadira and Reynaldo. And Yadira, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Just what are some of your hobbies or pastimes when you're not in school?
I like reading and sign language.
And what kind of books do you like to read, Yadira?
Mystery.
Mystery? Very good. And what about you, Reynaldo? What can you tell us about yourself?
I like to read and play outside.
Good. And what kind of books do you like to read, Reynaldo?
I like to read science fiction.
Science fiction. Very good. Excellent. And of course, representing Roosevelt Elementary, we have Horacio and Jaime. And Horacio, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
My favorite hobby is playing football.
Very good. Excellent. And Jaime, what about you? What can you tell us about yourself?
Going outside of my house and playing basketball.
All right. Excellent. We have a very diverse crew of students, a diverse set of interests here. Let's go ahead and just go over the rules very briefly. Each team is going to take turns spinning the wheel that you see before you, or behind you, excuse me. And of course, we have questions in science, math, language arts, and social studies. Of course, those are going to be worth 5 points each, and you'll have a minute to answer. And once your time is up, you'll hear a little chime like that. And the questions in the red category, those are called wild turn questions, and those are a little more challenging, so if you can answer one of those correctly, you'll earn 10 points. Now, the team, of course, has to answer correctly in order to get the points. If your team can't answer, then the other team gets a chance to answer the question and possibly earn the points as well. So, we took a quick coin toss before the show, and Roosevelt won, and they're going to go first. So, Horacio or Jaime, will one of you give us a good spin on that wheel? Just make sure it goes around at least once. And we get a language arts question for our students from Roosevelt.
So I'm going to look for language arts.
Yeah, actually, it just says art. Right
just
there.
art. Okay. There you go.
I guess they didn't have enough room for language on the box.
All right, these are for you.
I'll take the copies to the students, and you can start reading the question and the choices. And just let Ms. Bruni read through all the choices before you give us
Here's
an
the
answer.
question. As sharp as a tack is an example of what type of figure of speech? And there are 4 possibilities: metaphor, personification, simile, create images. And who has the answer? All right, Roosevelt?
I choose simile.
And you are right.
Very good. And with that, you earn 5 points, Roosevelt Elementary, so good job on answering the question. Perez Elementary, it's your turn, so Yadira or Reynaldo, give us a good spin, please. And we ask that it goes around at least once. And this time our students from Perez get a science
And it
question.
falls on science,
That'll be
okay?
in the lower corner there.
Here we go. And there is the questions for you.
That's for you guys, and that's for you.
And the question is, a feature that helps an organism survive in its environment is called, and there are 4 possibilities: a reflex, an inherited trait, an adaptation, a learned behavior. And the answer is?
I choose letter C, an adaptation.
And you got it right.
All right, very good.
Good.
And our students from Perez Elementary get on the board with 5 points. Roosevelt, it's your turn again, so go ahead and give us a good spin, please. And I call that a very good spin, and this time we land in language arts.
Okay, here
One
we
more
go.
time. Another language arts question for our students from Roosevelt. So guys.
And the question, in the classic children's poem, what couldn't Jack Sprat eat? And the possibilities are ham, pork, fat, chocolate. And the answer is?
Fat.
You got it right.
All right. Good job, students. And Roosevelt Elementary earns another 5 points. And Perez, it's your turn again, so go ahead and give us a good spin, please. And this
Now
time
we're into math. Okay, let's do math. There you go.
All right.
And the question, how many edges does a rectangular prism have? And the possibilities are 8 edges, 10 edges, 6 edges, 12 edges. And the answer would be?
And just to,
We'll
if you
try
could
the
repeat.
question again. Give you another couple of seconds to think about it. How many edges does a rectangular prism have?
The answer is D.
And you've got it right. 12 edges.
All right, very good. Very good, Perez. You earned the 5 points. And Roosevelt, it's your turn again. So Horacio or Jaime, give us a good spin,
Are they
please.
pretty much tied right now?
Yeah, they're pretty
They're
much tied. And we have
We're going to do science.
We're gonna
This
do
is a
science.
first, right?
Mhm.
No, yeah. Okay, here comes a science question. All right.
Here you go. And here we go.
And the question, a teacher mixes 1 cup of sand with 1/4 cup of iron fillings. Then she asks the students how to separate the 2 substances in the mixture. Which tool should the students recommend? Would it be a beaker, a filter, a magnet, or a spoon?
C.
And you got it right. It is a magnet.
Very good, students. And you earned 5 points by answering correctly. And Perez Elementary, it's your turn. So give us a good spin, Yadira.
Ooh, you got a wild turn. And
So,
so now, under wild, now remember that these are a little tougher, but they're going to be worth more. And here's the question. And the question is, a large underground room used for religious ceremonies by the Hopi and the Zuni tribes, and the answer possibilities, a cave, a tunnel, a tube, or a kiva. And the answer?
Letter D.
You got it.
all
Kiva.
right. And our students from Perez Elementary earned 10 points by answering that question correctly. And Roosevelt, it's your turn again, so give us a good spin, Horacio. And Horacio's spin lands in language arts. So
Okay.
it'll be a language arts question for our students
There we go.
from Roosevelt. Thank you guys.
And the question. These are sections that poems are divided into. They are also known as verses and also could be lines, stanzas, meter, or limerick. And the answer?
B. Stanzas.
You got it. Stanzas.
All right, very good, Horacio. And Roosevelt gets 5 points by answering correctly. And Perez Elementary, it's your turn once again, so give us a good spin, Reynaldo. And this time we have another language arts question. This time for our students from Perez Elementary.
There we go.
Go, guys.
And the question. Which one of the following was written by Lewis Carroll? Would it have been Gulliver's Travels, Jabberwocky, A Tale of Two Cities, or The Princess and the Pea? Which one of the following was written by Lewis Carroll?
Letter A.
No.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
No, that's incorrect.
Roosevelt Elementary, you have a chance to earn some points here. What's your answer, please?
D.
I'm sorry,
No,
that's also
that's
incorrect.
not it either.
Could you give them the correct answer, Miss
The
Bruno?
correct answer was B, Jabberwocky.
And I
Okay.
think let's going to be time for a break, so let's get ready for that, and we'll be right back after these messages.
United ISD students and staff are committed to cutting district energy costs.
That means more money for instruction.
Reprogramming schools and office thermostats and purchasing energy-efficient equipment helps reduce costs.
Just turning off the lights in one classroom when not in use can save $50 per year.
Times 2,198 classrooms in UISD.
That's a lot of extra money to help educate our students.
Join UISD in saving energy and money.
As a young boy growing up in Laredo, I never imagined that my life's journey would take me where I am today, and I owe it all to my education.
An education beyond high school can open so many doors for you, from attorney to United States Congress.
It all starts with you. Now is the time to start thinking about college, and the Gear Up program can help students reach their goals.
The opportunities for a bright future are there for you, but only if you can make it happen. Talk to your school counselor today about taking those first steps.
It's school time, and let's keep Laredo's children safe by following these important safety tips when driving through school zones.
Slow down to 20 miles per hour and be extra careful when driving near schools. State law prohibits the use of cell phones in school zones. If you see a school bus with flashing lights, remember to stop until the bus resumes motion.
Failure to heed these warnings could result in fines or jail time. By staying alert and obeying all traffic laws, we can keep our kids safe.
Hi, my name is Jose Hernandez. I'm a former migrant farm worker and now a former NASA astronaut. I had the opportunity to become an astronaut because I stayed in school and I focused on STEM education, science, technology, engineering, and math. And even though we worked in the fields, I was able to realize my dream through hard work and perseverance. No matter how humble your beginnings are, there's a way to move forward, and that's through a proper education.
And we're back, and welcome to Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and skill featuring some of the best students here at United ISD. And of course, representing Perez Elementary, we have Yadira and Reynaldo. And representing Roosevelt Elementary, we have Horacio and Jaime. And Ms. Bruni, I understand you have a question for our students before we resume play.
Well, I'm very, very curious about what their plans are for spring break. I think we're all counting the days, so maybe you can give me an idea of if you had absolutely any place you could visit. I'd be curious about what would be a favorite place. Let's try Yadira. Ladies first.
Maybe Paris.
You'd love Paris, huh? And if you went to Paris, what do you think would be at the top of the list to go and visit? Any place in particular?
I would go everywhere.
Everywhere. Now, that's a smart woman.
The Eiffel
I think I would
Tower,
do that
maybe?
too. The Eiffel Tower, maybe the Mona Lisa. But I think just about any place in Paris would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Okay. All right, let's try Jaime. Jaime, what about you?
New York.
All right. New York is a gorgeous place. So, you know, and the wonderful thing is, the sooner you start traveling, the better. You don't have to wait till you're a grown-up. So you'll get your mom and your dad to get you to New York. What do you think you'd try to see first of all?
Times Square.
All right. That's a super exciting. Lots of folks from all over the world. You're going to love it. What about Reynaldo?
I particularly do not have any idea where we're going to go. But if we were, I'm pretty sure we would go to South Padre or Cancun.
South Padre is a super place, isn't it? But you told me, weren't you the one that told me that if you had a place to go to, you'd like to go to Tokyo?
Yes, I did.
Why Tokyo?
Because it's really amazing how they know a lot of technology. And I want to study at least 3 or 4 years there.
There you go, and that'd be a good place to start. So, but South Padre is a great place for spring break, isn't it? And what about Horacio?
I'd like to go to Miami.
Miami is a super exciting, lots of music, great food. You'll get your parents to get you to Miami ASAP, okay? Great plans for spring break. So back now to the question at hand. Who's going to spin the wheel?
Roosevelt goes
All right,
next,
Roosevelt,
so
let's do it.
Give us a good spin, guys. And the wheel comes to rest.
All right, you got the wild turn.
In the wild turn category.
Okay. And remember, these are going to be worth twice as much. Okay.
Okay, there you go. And there we go.
And the question, which statement about energy is not correct? And the possible answers, energy cannot be created or destroyed. Energy makes change and movement possible. Energy can be changed from one form to another, or energy disappears once it has been used for work. And the answer would be?
D.
You got it.
All right.
The answer, energy disappears once it has been used for work. Not correct.
Right.
Congratulations.
So you get the 10 points, Roosevelt. And Perez, it's your turn again. So, Yadira, give us a good spin, please. And this time we land on the science category.
Okay, let's do science. Here we go.
There you go.
And the question, a nocturnal animal is active at night. Which trait would best suggest that an animal is nocturnal? Would it be his thick fur, large eyes, strong wings, or webbed feet? And the answer would be?
Letter B.
B, and you got it. Large eyes.
All right, very good, Reynaldo. And Perez Elementary earns 5 points by answering correctly. Roosevelt, it's your turn once again, so Jaime, give us a good spin, please. And this time, Roosevelt lands in the math category.
Okay. Let's do a math question. There you go. And the question, how many faces in total do these two figures have? Would it be 19 faces, 15 faces, 30 faces, or 16 faces? And the answer would be?
And of course, our students have a copy of the illustration in front of them, so they can figure out the question.
How many faces in total do these two figures have? 19, 15, 30, or 16?
And of course, we're looking for the number of faces on the two figures.
Anyone with an answer?
B.
Yes, sir.
What was that?
It goes to
B.
B, and you were correct. 15 faces. Okay.
All right. And you earn 5 points by answering correctly, Roosevelt. And of course, Perez, once again, it's your turn. So, Reynaldo, give us a good spin, please. And this time we landed the language arts category. I don't think Reynaldo likes language arts too much. All right. Here we go.
And here's the question. What is the plural form of the word mongoose? Would it be mongoose, mongooses, mengoose, or mengeese? And the answer?
Letter A.
No,
I'm sorry,
it's not letter A.
Roosevelt, you have a chance to earn some points here. What's your answer, please?
B.
You got it. It is mongooses.
All right. And Roosevelt gets the 5 points, and it's also Roosevelt's turn at the wheel. So, Horacio or Jaime, one of you give us a good spin on that wheel, please. And we wind up in the social studies category.
Is this the first? I don't remember having gotten a social studies question.
I think you may be right.
Okay, here we go.
Yep. Here we go. Here you go, guys.
And the question is, a blank is a journey made for a special purpose. Would it be an exploration, a voyage, a trip, or an expedition?
B. Voyage.
No, it is not voyage.
And
yes,
Perez?
sir?
Expedition.
And you got it. It's an expedition.
All right, so Perez Elementary earns the points for that question, and Perez Elementary, it's your turn at the wheel again, so give us a good spin, Reynaldo, at least all the way once around. There we go.
That's a good spin.
And we land in the...
Ooh, you landed in arts.
Another language arts question for Perez Elementary.
Okay, here we go.
Here you go, guys.
And the question, what was the name of the very famous author who wrote A Tale of Two Cities? Would it have been A. Milne, Charles Dickens, Maurice Sendak, or E.B. White?
C.
Pardon?
C.
C. No, it's not Maurice Sendak.
Roosevelt, do you have an answer for us, please?
D.
D. No, it's not E.B. White.
Can you give them the correct answer?
The answer was Charles Dickens.
Charles Dickens. So no points for this round, but Roosevelt, it's your turn at the wheel once again. So go ahead and give us a good spin, please. And this time Roosevelt lands in the science category.
Here we go.
Here you go.
And the question, which of the following does not have mass? Would it be an empty box, air in a balloon, water in a bucket, or light from a flashlight? And
D.
the answer?
D.
D, light from a flashlight, and you are correct.
So, good job, Jaime. And Roosevelt earns the 5 points. Perez, it's your turn again. So, Reynaldo, give us a good spin, please. And the wheel comes to rest.
You got a wild turn.
Question.
All right.
All right.
These are exciting. Okay, here we go.
That's a language arts question, by the way. So.
All right, here's the question. Pirate Long John Silver appears in what classic novel by Robert Louis Stevenson? Would it have been Treasure Island, or Robinson Crusoe, or the Swiss Family Robinson, or the Coral Island?
A.
You got it.
All right.
Treasure Island. That's 10 points. That's great.
All right, so Perez earns the 10 points, and let's take time for a quick break, and let's do that right now.
If you've ever dreamed of owning a new car, now's your chance. The Sames Kia in the Classroom program is open to all United ISD high school students. you could catch a new Kia by just having perfect attendance during any 9-week period this school year. Your name will then be entered into the UISD Grand Prize drawing to win a new 2014 Kia Soul. Don't let this be the year that the big one got away.
As a young boy growing up in Laredo, I never imagined that my life's journey would take me where I am today, and I owe it all to my education.
An education beyond high school can open so many doors for you, from attorney to United States Congress.
It all starts with you. Now is the time to start thinking about college, and the GERA program can help students reach their goals.
The opportunities for a bright future are there for you, but only if you can make it happen. Talk to your school counselor today about taking those first steps.
Get on the right track this school year. All United ISD high school students are eligible to win a new car as part of the same Kia in the classroom program. In order to win, you'll have to go the distance by having perfect attendance during any 9-week period. Your name will then be entered into the UISD Grand Prize drawing to win a new 2014 Kia Soul. So go the extra mile, attend class, and have the chance to win a Kia.
United ISD students and staff are committed to cutting district energy costs.
That means more money for instruction.
Reprogramming schools and office thermostats and purchasing energy-efficient equipment helps reduce costs.
Just turning off the lights in one classroom when not in use can save $50 per year.
Times 2,198 classrooms in UISD.
That's a lot of extra money to help educate our students.
Join UISD in saving energy and money.
Hi and welcome back. You've been watching Knowledge for College, featuring some of the best and brightest students here in our district. And of course, we'd like to thank our students from Perez Elementary and from Roosevelt Elementary for joining us today and being such good sports. And of course, I'd like to take some time to thank our guest host, Ms. Sylvia Bruni, Executive Director at the Child Advocacy Center. And Ms. Bruni, just any thoughts or comments on our show today?
Well, I loved it. It was my very first. I'm not only very impressed with the show, but very impressed with our 4 students. They're 5th graders. They've never been in front of a television camera. They're going to be up in front. Thousands of people are going to watch them. And they were cool. They were smart. I was very, very impressed.
Very good, and so was I. And of course, before we depart, I'd like to take some time to thank some of the sponsors who provide students with our prizes. Chick-fil-A at Mall del Norte, Chick-fil-A at Bob Bullock Loop, Montana Mike, Sonic, America's Drive-In, CC's Pizza, Chuck E. Cheese's, Subways, and Great American Cookies. And of course, with that, let's go ahead and just take time to wave goodbye to everybody, okay? Bye-bye.